also denied to us what kind of life we have lived. I did feel very sad. I did not want to become emotional, but I have to share my emotion with you and make a request to everybody, whoever is there, whoever has some power, some authority, please do something to alleviate the sufferings of everybody. That is with these words, I would like to thank all the organizers. You have given me the opportunity to say a few words. So I really am thankful to all of you and Jai Jagat.
Thank you, sir. We have amongst us Senior Advocate Chetan Sharma and ASG, and also a great Vakta of Lord Jagannath. I would like Mr. Sharma to offer his condolence if he is there.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev. I shall begin with a prayer to Lord Jagannath, so that under his benediction, the friends who have lost their life and who are not amongst us, prayer flows to them and their family. Maham bho desh kire, kanak kire, chikre, sammasadantah, sahaj vala bhajjena balinam, subhadra mudhyastah, sakala sur seva vakardo. आज हम बंधु मना को श्रद्धांजलि देवा when virtual meet की उपस्थित. It is sad that we are to meet virtually, as my colleague Shokti has just said. But then this is the will of Jagannath. The pain is his will, the pleasure is his will, and we must bow down to his will. We must accept his will. He has given us the sky, he has given us breath, he gives us everything. We cannot be seen to be complaining. लाज उठाना अगली बात है, लेकिन कंप्लेन करना गलत है, क्योंकि सब कुछ ही तो जगन्नाथ जी को किया हुआ. And he knows this pandemic also is a prasad of him. The day is also as bright, the night is also as dark. Night भी उन्हीं का है, आम का सीधा हाथ भी उन्हीं का है, उल्टा हाथ भी उन्हीं का है. तो you can't distinguish. ये हो गया, वो नहीं हुआ, ऐसा होना चाहिए. तो I have just 4 things to say. Number 1, for each of the friends for whom we are meeting, I offer my prayer. I pray to Lord Jagannath that he has special affection for people of Odisha. People of Odisha call him Kalia, and there is a bond between all Odiites and Lord Jagannath. It would be unfair for me not to say that he is not partial. He should be partial to Odiites because Odiites love him like nobody else can love him. You may say whatever, but the fact of the matter is कि जितना उड़ीसा का जो नेचुरल प्यार है जगन्नाथ जी के साथ, वो नेचुरल प्यार बाहर शायद उस डिग्री का नहीं हो सकता. जैसे ब्रजवासी भगवान राधा कृष्ण को प्यार करता है, वो नेचुरल है. बाहर का थोड़ा मेकअप हो सकता है, लेकिन वो उतना नेचुरल नहीं होगा. तो लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ will keep all the advocates who have left us in his good protection, in his संरक्षण. और उसके बाद जो गए हैं उनके परिवारों को भगवान जगन्नाथ सांत्वना दे. उनमें से एक मेरा बहुत सारे मेरे दोस्त है, लेकिन एक मेरा विशेष दोस्त है जिनकी न्यूज आज मैंने जब पढ़ी मुझे पता भी नहीं था. वो मनोज दास. और मैं आपको सच कहता हूँ, मैं इमोशनल हो गया, मेरे आंसू निकल आए. तो मेरी पत्नी ने कहा, आप इतनी खबरें सुनते हो, आपके इतने दोस्त गए, आप रोए नहीं, आज क्या हो रहा है आपको? I could not stop myself. मैंने कहा ये बहुत अच्छा लड़का था ये. Just few days back he was at my house. He was the first to brief me when I became a senior advocate along with Shibu Pishla. When I became a senior in 2002, 85% of my briefing was from Odisha advocates. This is my bond with Odisha. I don't know how it happened. I also say that it is not for nothing that he has called me at least 70 times, 70. So whenever a Odia advocate departs like this, it is painful to me. I feel very pain. Offer my condolences and still say that Lord Jagannath may give them a better place. Mr. Ashok Sahu, Mr. Sanjeev Das, Mr. Manoj Kumar, Mr. Sachin Das, Srimati Meenakshi Ghosh Jaina, Sri Aditya Chanakya, Puksi Patra, and Vedapata Tripathi, all of whom have left, let them all be in the service of Lord Jagannath and let our community, and I'm deliberately using the word our because I consider myself to be part of you, let our community be always united in condolence and stand by the families. Anything that I can do for any of the family, for whatever I am worth, for whatever government position I hold, I offer my services readily and willingly. I also have taken with great sensitivity what my dear friend Mr. Ashok Panda has said. But sir, in this pandemic, there are these protocols which we cannot alter. So if there are 20 people to a cremation, it has to be so. Otherwise the pandemic spreads more. तो कई दफा हमें अपने आप को रोकना पड़ता है. I will once again implore all my friends कि जब ये पेंडेमिक खत्म होगी तो हमारा ये जो ओडिशा लॉयर्स की जो फोरम है, Delhi Odia Lawyers Association, Dola, we will have a get together at Haus Khas or Vasant Kunj, wherever you people decide. We will have a Prarthana kam Kirtan Sabha, and after that we will have a Priti Bhoj in honor of all these COVID warriors who have left us untimely. May Lord Jagannath once again bless them, give strength to their families, and may Lord Jagannath keep all of us together. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath.
Thank you, sir. Very rightly you said that we are a family because Lord Jagannath represents black and we also all wear the black coats. Perhaps the whole family, apart from Dola, we all are one family. We not only lost our 7 brothers and sisters, we also, in the meantime, lost several others whom, before I go to Senior Advocate Pradesh rise up, and just mention very important some of the people whom we have lost, perhaps their family members are there, though for some reasons inadvertently we couldn't actually gather all of their names. Their Srinivasa Mishra, advocate, we lost him. The Debasis Mishra award, I think all of you will be knowing him. And mother of Sanjay Podar, son of Chakradhar Muduli. His name is Sarthak. He was 13 years old. And Dr. Purnachandra Sahu, who is also the father of Priyabrata Sahu, one of our members and an advocate. And also recently, father of Snehanshu Tripathi, Sasi Bhushan Padi, and also as mentioned, brother of Santosh Rao. Now, we will also, at the end of this Sabha, will offer a silence prayer for all of them. Now, I request Senior Advocate Pradeep Rai Sahab, who is Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association, to offer his condolence.
Santosh Raut ji, Secretary, Delhi Odia Lawyers Association. Gautam Das ji, who has given us this opportunity. Respected P.N. Mishra sir, Ashok Panda sir, Chetan Sharma sir, Pak Sarangi ji, Member of Parliament, and Mr. Patsani ji, Member of Parliament. This kind of situation and this kind of pandemic had never been seen by any one of us. I have personally visited almost each and every part of India, and I have friends from all over India, and I receive calls in such a panic from each and every district, most of the capitals, and I receive calls for the lack of oxygen, for the lack of medical facilities, and several other reasons which I don't want to count now. Sometimes I feel helpless. Rightly, Ashok Pandaji said that we also feel sometimes helpless because many of us would have been saved if we had proper facilities, medical facilities, oxygens, proper medical equipments, oxygen accelerators. Many of lives we lost because of basic lack of medical facilities. Today we are here to condole the demise of Mr. Ashok Sahuji, Manoj Kumar Das ji, Sachin Das ji, and these four of them I personally known, but Meenakshi Ghosh Jena ji, Aditya Chanakya ji, and Vedanta Tripathi ji, I did not know them very well. Ashok Sahuji was introduced to me by Mr. Piranji Nanda, who was advisor of Labour Ministry and Chief Economic Advisor, Government of India. He was introduced when he was Inspector General of Assam Police, and he was such a gem of the person, and I personally feel that all these demises are untimely. Many lawyers are there. I feel that court will have tough time when they start arguing that why the small kids, 6 years old, who have not done anything, what were their fault? I always feel that this kind of situation should have never been. Government should also have been better prepared. But this time we are here to mourn, but at the same time I raise the issues of lack of medical facilities. When Mr. Rahulji and Sudhanshu Pauloji called me that I have to participate and I have to speak something on this, I feel very pain whenever I address this kind of gathering, because persons known to me, friends who are known to me, and if I have to condole their death, that is one of the things, but my heart cries. I really feel very saddened. I actually, from that day, whenever I saw about the program, even for the logging, to see the photographs, I feel really very sorry. I don't know when the court will reopen. We will see many of us, at least we have counted 107 so far in the Supreme Court bar, who are no more, and we will not have interactions with them in the corridors. I am really sorry. I called Sanjeev Das ji, whom we knew very well. His daughter is working in the creative writing field. They are also from a political family. He was such a nice gentleman. Manoj Kumar Das ji, AOR Chetan Sharma ji rightly said that everybody, all of us are pained. This is not the age of demise. This is not the age when we can even think that this person will not be here. I'm really very sorry to read all this, and I'm really very sorry to observe this. Sometimes still I feel that Sachin Das will just come and he will say, hello, we can have practice tomorrow, or we can go and have some fun at the stadium. Nice sports person. All this situation, all this lost so many lives. I am not criticizing anybody because nobody imagined that this kind of situation is going to happen. But death because of lack of oxygen cylinder, how can we justify? Even we failed as SCBA. I say that as SCBA we failed because we should also have seen the situation. Today we have procured oxygen cylinders. I procured around 24. We tried to deliver to all the hospitals, but wherever we deliver, again we could not get it back because the other family members were also suffering. If you are going, you can't ask that no member is no more, give back the cylinder. We can't give it to for your mother. All basic facilities, sir. I'm really very sorry. This kind of condolence meeting was never expected by any one of us. Ashok Panda sir, P.N. Mishra sir, you all have been our guardians. Most of them have been personally in touch with you all, and I feel sometimes that they all are just coming in my dreams. Many of them. Not only the death has not been only in Odisha, sir. In each state, we lost many lives. Whenever I used to, every year I travel with my family to Lord Jagannath, and I go and we offer our prayers. Whenever we used to go, we used to take tips, at least from two of them, and what we should do, where we should stay, and what kind of arrangement should be done. Normally, our friend Achita Samant and Viranchi Nanda, now Viranchi Nanda is no more. He also lost his life because of COVID, and he met me 7 days prior to his death. And we never thought that he will be no more. He is also son of the soil of Odisha. His wife, Maitreyi Nanda, she is also sick. She is not well. All kind of friends. I'm really very sorry. I'm really pained to say all this. I pray my sincere and deepest condolences to all the family members who are here. Mr. Pani, and I also, Sandeep Malhotra ji is here, who is son-in-law of Mr. Sahu, who was former president of JNU. Mr. Sahu was such a gentleman, and after leaving the service, he was into the politics. But whenever we interacted at Mr. Nanda's house, we always had a nice discussion, and his views about Northeast. Especially, he knew almost each and every part of Northeast, Assam. I had an opportunity to drive from Assam to Shillong to Silchar, and then from there to Ajol, and then a different route from Tezpur to Bamdila and Tamang. So I have that kind of interaction with them, and at least 4 or 5. I could not meet them so often, and only Mr. Nanda was the source of first introduction of mine from Odisha. Sir, Ashok Panda sir, and P.N. Mishra sir, I request you all to please take care. Please take care of yourself. At least there is anything, immediately we have to take medical help. But please be in touch. Mr. Pani is there. We all are here. I can see the sad faces. I never feel that we are going to meet all of them on this occasion, and seeing them in so sad mode. I am also sad, Gautam Das ji. I remember your face as a singer. When you sing a good song, I remember you like that. I never imagined to see you like this. Arjit Prasad is there. He is upset. Everybody, all these faces, I'm really pained. I can't express my feelings. All these happy faces are sad today, and I am really very pained, sir. I offer my sincere condolences to all the family members, and condolences to us also, because they all were part of my family. We all were from the same family. All these happy faces, sir, I want all of them to be happy again. I want all of them to be cheerful, at least in the memory of those who were talking to everyone, at least 4 hours prior to his death. When he was getting admitted, I thought that he should not go to the government hospital. I requested him also. But sir, what to do, sir? It was very difficult, even getting a bed at the hospital. Even the primary medical help was very difficult, sir. At one bed, 9 patients, sir. Have you ever imagined? Jitendra Mahapatra ji, after a long time we are seeing all this, and people are so upset. Everybody is almost in tears, because we never thought that we will be helpless at one point of time, because we used to think that we can do anything, we can call beds are occupied. Next patient comes, he is more closer to us, but we can't say the other person who is admitted that you leave the bed. We lost so many lives, sir, because of lack of facilities. I still feel that all the deaths were untimely, unwarranted, and only because of lack of facilities. Somebody has to take this responsibility, but this is not the right time to raise this. And I personally feel, sir, that we should be better prepared. I promise you all that as a bar, we will be better prepared. And at the same time, while we are mourning all the deaths of our family members, and we lost all these nice people whom we have never imagined, but we have to do something in the memory of those so that our future generations and our other friends should not suffer this. Again, I am really thankful to this Odisha Lawyers Association and their representatives to organize this program. But we will have a good program in the physical form where we should actually remember them, we should actually feel them, and that will not only motivate us to better prepare us for the future. Gautamji, you are conducting this so nicely, and I praise your brave that on this occasion you are handling this situation so well, because this is not a normal course, sir. In happy times, anybody can speak, but in these difficult times, and when you lose friends, you lose family members, and then addressing is very, very difficult, sir. So I pray for the peace of those departed souls, and I'm really thankful to all of you that at least we are remembering and we are introspecting at the same time also. But Saniji and Aditi, all of you, I request that whenever we get medical facilities, better hospitals, now that is required, because only development of houses and development of malls are not good. The development of educational institutes and development of basic primary facilities, which requires when you are in trauma, is also required. Thank you, Gautam Dasi. I am really pained to see all.
Gautam bhai, we will be requesting all to be little short.
Yeah, yes. Actually, the people who are in position and power, they have been these days very, regularly being touched by very people. So that is why perhaps he shared his thoughts. We have amongst us Senior Advocate Sukumar Patjusi, who was former Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association, and is also a senior member of our association. I would request Patjusi Bhai to offer his condolence.
Thank you, Prasad, Gautam, Raut, and the other core members, Mr. Patra and Mr. Das, for organizing this event. In fact, this is a Herculean task because nobody is in touch in physical form, and you all have taken time out. I echo the sentiments expressed by Honorable Minister Dr. Sarangi, Honorable Baba, Mr. Patsani. Always you have been a mentor. My elder brothers, P.N. Misraji, Ashok Pandaji, Chetan Bhai, for being here. In fact, Jai Jagannath. Arijit is here. I am very happy. And Pradeep just spoke. He poured his heart out. I echo the sentiments. It's devastating, to say the least. To lose so many, 107 we have lost. And out of that, in fact, we have 7 from our state. And as you know, as you say that we are in fact practicing here for so many years, so we are attached to everybody and their families, and not only that, and we have a role and duty towards all of them. I would like to say 3 things. One is, firstly, I would say that we are passing through a very uncertain times. The uncertainty is so much, like Dr. Patsani said, that today we are talking, tomorrow we may not be there. And the reality is, Manoj Das was the one who spoke in the condolence meeting organized for Romi Sanjeev Das. And today we are mourning his death. So the situation is such. So in this situation, in fact, from analysis of this 107, Pradeep Bhai has done a lot of work on that. We see that most of the life we have lost is because of starting the treatment little late. I would not say that all of them are lack of facilities. It's not. Manoj was definitely and Sachin was definitely a case of lack of facility. Other cases, most of the cases you have seen, people were in a denial mode. Treatment start little late. Of course, it's Mrs. Janas is entirely different. She had already taken treatment and twice over. But what I'm urging everybody is, because we can't do about the facility and things like that being here. What I can say that we must speak to each other. Like now, whosoever is your closest 10 friends, you must be in touch over telephone to find out about them. If there is any symptom or anything starting, morally tell them that you must start treatment. Don't wait for the report. Get in touch with a doctor for home treatment. So these are the minimum we should, and we must speak to each other continuously and in fact uninterruptedly. That is what the minimum we can and all of us can do. About like medical and all, we all may not be in power and position to help everybody. But what we can do minimum is speak to our friends, speak to the immediate family, speak to the little larger family, those who are not in touch for 10 days or 15 days, must find out what is happening. So this is what I think is the need of the hour today. Having said all these things, I can't explain how much we would miss these 107 and 7 included from our state. Many of them, in fact, were known to us. Many of them, all of them. In fact, I'm the one, I knew all of them. These 7, at least all of them, in some way or the other, I have interacted and I've been in touch with all of them. It's so painful today to say that they are not there. They come with their dreams. In fact, the younger ones, I feel much more there with their dreams. And suddenly, because of this, pandemic and whatever, we can attribute it to anybody. This is God's desire, probably that way that they have to live. Suddenly, they have to live. And they have to live in this pandemic that they are not noticed by us. Many of, like Chetan Bhai just said that he didn't know about Manoj, though I was very much in touch with him throughout the treatment also. So this is what probably, if we could have spoken to each other from periodically, at least once a week or something, then probably things would have been little different, probably would have forced him, because he started his actual treatment little later. So that probably could have helped him better. So in this, since we all have decided that not to speak longer, so I echo the sentiments of all our friends. And today I must express and offer my condolences to the family members who are present here. I appreciate that the grief is very personal to the family, but we want to tell you that we are your extended family and we are in grief with you in this time. My close friends, Romi, Milu and Sachin, who are in my heart now. Deepak, you have lost your wife, you are very close and we are in touch. Aditya, of course, I don't know anybody else in the family with whom I can relate. Again, Mr. Ashok Sahu was like an elder brother and we are in close touch. And now, as God would have, his daughter is married to Sandeep, and both Mrinmay and Sandeep are like my family. So in this time of hour, I only pray and tell all of you, this is, I think, the biggest tribute you can give to those whose lives are wasted, I say, is that you promise that you will take care of yourselves and your near and dear ones, and will not lose anything, allow anybody to lose life so easily. And in fact, even if it is not COVID, and if you have some symptoms, please start all your treatments, or for any other thing, reach out to somebody. Like Pradeep says, like Chetan Bhai, they all are in position. Please reach out to people, reach out to us. We'll do something about it. And please don't think you are alone in this journey. We all are in a very uncertain times. So let's not make it more uncertain by keeping quiet to each other. And thank you. And I thank once again to Dola for rising to the occasion and organizing this for all of us. Thank you, Gautam, again.
Thank you, sir. And please, for the family members, we all please accept our heartfelt condolences, and we hope that in a small way, we all are with you and through these trying times. Now amongst us, I am told that we have Mr. Arun Bharadwaj, Senior Advocate, AAG, and I request him to offer his condolence if he is there.
नमस्कार गौतम जी, बहुत ही दुख की घड़ी है कि हम लोगों ने 7 ऐसे अधिवक्ता खो दिए जो उड़ीसा प्रांत के थे और दिल्ली में वकालत करते थे। मेरा सबसे ज्यादा परिचय गौतम जी और सबसे पुराना परिचय संजीव सेन जी से था। प्रोविडेंट फंड के कुछ केस करते समय हमारी मित्रता हुई थी और उनकी मृत्यु होने से मेरे ख्याल 5 या 6 महीने पहले मैं उनसे सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में मिला था। गले लग के मिले थे, हंसे थे, बोले। वो बहुत मीठे बोलते थे, हंसते थे, मुस्कुराते। हम लोगों ने सामाजिक विषय उड़िया भाषा के बारे में सभी लोगों से बातचीत की थी और सभी लोगों ने समर्थन किया। ऐसे सामाजिक विषयों पे प्रेम रखने वाले, देश के लिए समर्पित भाव रखने वाले, ऐसे विशेष 7 बंधु अपने चले गए। मुझे उनका बहुत ही दुख है। मैं उन सब के परिवारजनों के साथ खड़ा, मैं उनके परिवारजनों के दुख में अपना दुख शामिल करता हूँ। तो भगवान जगन्नाथ से प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि उनकी दिवंगत आत्माओं को अपने श्री चरणों में स्थान और शोक संतप्त परिवारों को इस दुख की घड़ी से उबरने की शक्ति प्रदान। बस इतना ही कहता हूँ। श्रीमन्नारायण।
धन्यवाद सर, आपके इस वर्ड्स जो है, ये शब्द जो है उस परिवार को डेफिनेटली, सुख संतप्त परिवार को डेफिनेटली शांति देगा। We have amongst us Mr. Murari Tiwari, advocate and member Bar Council of Delhi. He also has a very close relations with Odisha and Odia. And I would request him to also offer his condolences to the bereaved family and all of us.
Thank you, Gautam. Jai Jagannath. सबको नमस्कार मेरी तरफ से। My deepest condolence to the departed soul of Sri Ashok Sahu ji, Sanjeev Das, Manoj Kumar Das, Sachin Das, Meenakshi Ghosh Jaina, Aditya, and Vedavata Tripathi. And I will pray to Lord Jagannath to extend strength to the families of untimely departed souls. And I am really shocked to see the conditions. I must share with you all that we are talking about 7 members of the bar or 102 or 107 as Pradeep Bhai said of the Supreme Court bar. Daily we are receiving message in bar council that 5 to 10 lawyers are being expired. And we were expecting at least 1,000 or 2,000 COVID cases in bar council, but till now we have already financial help of approximately 4,000 lawyers in Delhi who are asking for financial help as they are suffering with COVID. So the time is very hard and really it is very painful for us. Daily, we are thinking that today you should not hear any message that any known person has gone. But again, by evening we come to know that these 4-5 persons have already departed. So the time is very, very crucial. With the Uriya lawyers and with the Odisha, as like Pradeep Bhai said, that he has lot of regard for Lord Jagannath. Similarly, I got my better half from there, and I am at the entry level of the bar council. So whenever any Uriya lawyer comes to our bar, so the day when he joined, I take his name and I try to be in touch with him. I have all regard for my elder brother Sri P. N. Mishra ji, and everybody knows that I am committed to Uriya lawyers. The reason is that I know that pain since I also got migrated from other state to Delhi, and we know that how it is difficult to survive in Delhi. And by working hard, we establish everything. We all are now established lawyers, but still I believe the families of few lawyers who have been departed, they require a lot of financial help. So I always offer my services, I extend my help, that, and I am undertaking, before you all, that I am here to help the family members of the departed souls. These all seven, and even other than those, in case they are coming to me and asking me, or I'll try to search at my own also to find them and to help them financially, whatever financial facilities are available in the bar council. That is equally important for the families who have departed, untimely. Like about Manoj Das, everybody has expressed he was my one of good friend. His daughter is studying law in Amity School with my son only. So you can understand. Daily we were planning for future, that how to grow further. And the moment I hear the news that he has already left, so that was the most very bad day for me because he was very close to me. I am connected with each one of Uriya lawyer. So I have all regard, and now I expect that I will be able to help everybody. In bar council, we have been working hard throughout. We tried to collect hundreds of oxygen cylinders. Actually, initially, it was not being available even at any cost. So now we have been able to collect a lot of cylinders in bar councils. We are offering financial help. Whatever limited resources are available there, we are helping everybody. And now I'll request everybody that in case you require my services for any help in this pandemic condition, I am always available. I endorse the views of my brother Pradeep Rai, as he fairly considered that we could have done better. But what to do? Initially, we were not aware about the gravity of the situation. And slowly, we realized that what is happening. Daily, we started losing our friends. At last, we were thinking that in case I am being alive, then it is a kind of development that I have been to save myself. But nobody knows tomorrow what will happen. The situation is not improved much even today. Government data is showing whatever. But still, I am receiving messages. You must be receiving condolences messages by court or by the bar council that daily we are losing 5 to 10 persons. So anyway, I am very much thankful to Gautam, S.K. Raut, Prashant, Jitendra Mahapatra, and more particularly to the President Sri P. N. Mishra ji, Ashok Panda ji, that at least we planned today such virtual condolence meeting so that we are able to interact with each other or able to share our problem. Gautam, I will request you that families of the departed souls, in case they require any help, you please ask me or guide them. I'll assist them, I'll help them to get all financial benefits which they are entitled for. It is their money. And whenever you require my help, in future also you can ask. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for asking me to share my condolence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have also amongst us former secretary SCBA, Parina Swarup. I would request her also in a brief, she would also offer her condolence.
Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now? Thank you, Gautam. Prasant, Jitendra Mahapatra, Mr. P.N. Mishra ji, Ashok Panda ji, S.K. Raut, Prashanta Verma, Murari Tiwari ji, Pradeep Rai ji. I am here to condole the sad demise of 7 of our members of the Bar Association who have left us, and we are so much pained by this departure that I really don't know what to say. Ashok Sahu, Meenakshi Jena ji, I really condole the demise, and I'm saddened for Mr. Deepak ji, Aditya, Manoj Kumar Das ji, Tripathi, Sanjeev Das ji, Sachin Das ji. Sachin was very, very close to me. He was very close to my heart. In any problem, whenever I used to face any problem, I think whenever, the least problem I had, I used to call him up, even in the night. And I just say to Sachin that, Sachin, I'm really like, I'm problematic. I'm here. There's a lot of problem going on. He used to say, Parina, so jao. मैं कर दूंगा ना. Parina, so jao. मैंने बोला कि यार कैसे करोगे सचिन? How will you do it? तो बोलता है सो जाओ ना आप, मैं कर दूंगा. He was that close to my heart. Even Sanjeev Das, I don't know, these personalities, these intellectual guys who were so good looking, who had such great personalities, who were such great legal field. They all left us and just made us all speechless. I don't know what to say because they keep coming in my mind, and I'm like so damn pained that I really don't know. I cried and cried and cried for them. I didn't know that how will I ever go back to Supreme Court without them being part of it, and whether I will go. I wish I also depart like this only, because I really am not being able to take their brains. And I feel that Sachin has not been described very well here. He was not only a great cricketer and a lawyer, but he was a fantastic singer. He was a fantastic actor. He was everything. He was an all-rounder. I had an opportunity to enact in one of the dramas in Supreme Court. We both joined around. I joined in 1995. He joined in 1997. And we both were part of one of the dramas where all the lawyers and all the judges had participated. And we did such great job on the theatre. It was such a great experience that I can never forget it. I don't know, how will I survive this sort of a loss? I've been part of the Orissa group. Lord Jagannath has put us all together somehow. My great-grandfather was the first civil engineer of Bihar and Orissa. He was part of the excavation of the Konark temple and the Bihar, museum, Patna museum. My blood is in Orissa. I loved Lord Jagannath because I know that he brings us all together, and he believes in togetherness only. That's the reason we are together. That's the reason we are among each other today. I don't know. I cannot speak much because I'm sincerely very deeply saddened, as if my little brother has left me. My other brothers have also left me. I don't know how will I go to survive this sort of loss. I really pray to Lord Jagannath that he shall give them rest. They should rest in peace, and they should be given place in heaven, the best part of the heaven, because they are such beautiful people. I don't know. How to give the strength to the bereaved family. What should I say to them? Because I know about losses. I have lost my mother, and I cannot forget her till now. So I know what the losses are. It doesn't finishes off with time. It deepens with time. That's all I can say. I mean, thank you so much, everybody, all of you, and for organizing such a beautiful program and such a beautiful prayer meeting for such beautiful people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Parina. We have
Really,
almost, we have many people who have rich memories with those departed. But with the time, very running out time, in a short, we would like the speaker to, offer their condolences.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for everybody. So sorry.
We know you are like a family. I would request, we have amongst us young senior advocate, Supreme Court Bar Association, executive member, also senior member, Arijit Prashad. I would like Arijit to also offer his condolence.
Jai Jagannath. It's really sad and hard to believe that our friends whom we meet in Supreme Court every day, whom we have coffee with, we exchange pleasantries, whom we discuss legal propositions, are not with us anymore. I really don't know where to start, how to start, what to say. It's very difficult for me to put it in words. Life is a cycle which starts with birth and ends with death. On this occasion of death of our friends, I'm here with a sorrowful heart to be part in the sad moments of the family. It is said, old go to death, but the death comes to the young. It is a fact which is most troublesome, and we have all to bear this pain, irreparable loss which is created by the word death. The nature has been playing its game since the birth of the first human being, and in all stages of life, birth and death are the most important factors. Everything which takes birth in this world has to taste the pinch of death one day, which is a natural fact. Ansh of the Almighty, and it is only after the process of death, the smaller Ansh that we are, travel to join our bigger portion, the Almighty. Thus we should calmly bow down to his judgment and final discussion, which is inevitable. My humble prayer for the departed soul. I also pray for the family who has witnessed this irreparable loss which has been caused by death. All the 7 members from Orissa have been my friends, who I have had the occasion of having tea and coffee in the canteen on so many occasions. But Sanjeevda and Sachinda, there's someone who I started to know when I joined the profession almost like 22 years back. They were ever smiling, always helping, and always caring. Their deaths are a personal loss to me. I don't know how this void will ever be cured. We'll always miss them. We'll always remember them. I am here today before everyone. I mean, if I can be of any help in any manner to their families, it will be, God's design that we will be able to serve their memories in any manner that it can be done. My heartfelt condolences to the family members. Pray to God, give peace to the departed soul, and strength to the family to bear this irreparable loss. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Arijit. Thank you. We have also Dr. N. Pradeep Sharma ji, and then Sangram Bhai, Jitu Mahapatra ji, and Viraja Bhai. We would like all of them to come and have their condolences. Now, I would request Mr. Pradeep Sharma ji to share his condolence message.
Jai Jagannath ji. It goes without saying that I'm too pained. I'm too pained because of the losses and probably because of the thing that how much pain they must have gone through. I, along with my family members, my wife, my mother, I have undergone this pain. It was the blessings of Lord Jagannath that we came out of it, we recovered very well, and now we are doing well. So, when I really realized this pain, I just had a word with few of my close friends, like people call me, I mean, more or less that you are also from Udia. My association with all my Udia friends, almost everyone out here, they know about it. That particularly, I talked about my experiences as our seniors, Ashok Pandaji, Pradeep Rai sir, and other seniors, they have said one thing very rightly, and I have been listening to it, and I am going to follow that, in the sense that we must at least speak to few of our friends to know about their well-being. When I had undergone this COVID and I was recovering, I thought, now what can I do? What can I do for my fraternity, and especially about those friends who are very close to my heart? I talked to Rawalji what to do. So I know, I was telling Rawalji, I know the times are too hard for everyone. And I said, now what to do? So during my time when I was undergoing treatment and after I recovered, I sent a message in the groups, in the to my personal friends also, and saying, I know that because of this pandemic, most of our family members, friends, they were not only suffering from health problems, they were also suffering economically also. So during that time also, and I was seeing, because when I was going for investigations, I could see that a CT scan takes 5 to 6 hours to get it conducted. If you go for a pathological test, they were taking too much of time. Results were coming after 4 or 5 days. And during that time, in the absence of particular knowledge about how to deal and what to do with that medical problem, somebody must be suffering. Some of us, those who are others, they were even expiring because of that. So I sent a message in my community, and I know that I cannot set the clock back. But as our seniors have right now said, that we should do something for each other. So I am offering all of you, like whosoever need any type of help in getting the urgent medical investigations, I'm ready financially, I'm ready otherwise also. So this, I think, would be my best condolences to all those who have departed. And I am, at least I can say about me, that I'm always there with all of you. You can call me or message me anytime. Now me and my family members are fully recovered. So by these words, I would take your leave and pray to Lord Jagannath that he grant place in his feet to everyone whom the God has snatched from us. Thank you very much.
And we have many of our friends.
I will request that let all be present for another 20 minutes. We will be giving that 1 minute silence prayer.
Yes.
So we will very speedily complete all.
Yes. I would request the next speaker to be a little brief. All of you know that we are almost closing to 2 hours. That shows that all of us show our condolences to the bereaved and their family members. Now, I would request Sangram Bhai, if he is there, then Biradha Bhai and Pani Bhai. If Sangram Bhai is there, please have.
Left.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Sanam is there. Please offer your condolence, please.
I can only say that the time is precious, but as a matter of, my reverence to the departed soul, let me start with Odia that kehi rahibe nahi ti bhabaranga bhumi tale, sarbe nijo nijo abhinaya sari bahuribe kale. But not for these people. Sincerely, it is both applicable way for the beloved souls, particularly Ashok Sahu, ଦେଖିପାରୁଥିଲି Sandeep, but Sandeep ବୋଧେ ନାହିଁ. My condolences with you and with your wife, such a lovely couple. And Romi Bhai, of course, the smile is permanent in his face all through. And Romi Bhai ka विषय jete bhi kahle kam haba, he is always helpful, not to me but to everyone in the bar. Without knowing, without any condition, he helps each and every person in the bar. Third, Manoj Bhai ka sahi jo interaction second floor bar room re, and particularly with regard to, because he used to do a lot of arbitrations, and it is such a fruitful interactions always. Manoj Bhai, I can see, ମୁଁ ବୋଧେ ଦେଖିପାରୁଥିଲି ମିସେସ୍କୁ, ମିସେସ୍ ବୋଧେ ନାହାନ୍ତି, my heartfelt condolences. Sachin, such a dear friend. Sachin, I was introduced by Raja Chatterjee. When he first time he said, Sangram, you take care of him, because he was little bit, enjoy the drinks and all. So I used to tell him that he is only our proud, soul from our fraternity who enjoys the drink and without looking at any place. Because he is one of those guy, happy-go-lucky guy who enjoyed his life through and through. So hats up to him. And Jena Babu, I can see, namaskar. Kon kahibi apanku ei जीवन रे jete bale you lose your better half, and I can only say Jena Babu apan eka nahanti. I can see fortunately your face in my screen. बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. ଆଉ ଆପଣ ଏକା ନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଆପଣ ସହିତ ଅଛୁ. ଆଉ ଆଦିତ୍ୟ and Tripathi Babu, ସେମାନଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ଶୁଣିଛି that they are successful lawyers and they are doing very well, but unfortunately destiny has its own way to reflect upon. But lastly but not the least, probably on the other half the sword is much more beautiful. That's why our own Lord Jagannath choose or decide that all the 7 souls should enjoy on the other part of the soul, which might be a little bit beautiful than this part of the soul. ମୁଁ ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କି ଆମର ବୋଧେ ଆଜି ଗୌତମ ଭାଇ ରାଉତ ଭାଇ ମୋତେ ଅପରଚ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି କହିବା ପାଇଁ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ. ନମସ୍କାର.
Now we have Somyajit Pani. Perhaps he must be having a lot of personal experiences with those departed, but I would request him to be a little brief and share his condolences with us, if Somyajit Pani Bhai is there.
Thank you, Gautam. Thank you, Mr. Raut. Thank you, Prashant, for this opportunity. When you speak of your hearts, actually, not the minds, but these all souls who are close to your heart, less of your minds. For each one of them, I just pay my condolences. There are two things I just want to share in brief, as I have already, because we have been running out of times actually out of this. Ashok Shah, I met him in the Supreme Court corridor on a cup of tea. One fine morning, when you come in on a Friday, I met him. Incidentally, I have been introduced by Sibo Shankar Mishra. Then I came to know of what he was and how he was joined. An IPS officer has been subsequently was joined in the profession. Then I came to know of that he was also relative of Murunmoy's fathers. The person on the first instance, he can also win your hearts. So that is how the people actually, because we are all the people who are basically, we are hungry for the loves. That is what the human beings are. And the first meeting I could able to see him that he put a pat on my back And that is what I became close to him thereafter. Several times I met him just as you wish, and we used to have chat in the corridors. Sanjay Bhai, Romi Bhai was very close to me. When I was in hospital, he also come over and he helped me out in a way. That was way back in 2000, I think 2001 or something. I was in a hospital, he came across and he came to know I've been hospitalized. 2005, I think, yes. So then my wife went to the bank to get the money. In the meantime, I have been told that the money has been already deposited. A kind-hearted man. Then the moment I got out of this, then I went to his house with a voucher, and I've seen him for the first time. And he's such a kind-hearted person. Manoj Bhai, I can't, because every time we used to talk to him, that you cannot be that much of your age, possibly. And that is the reason I have been, he is no more with us. I feel so bad for this actually of my words. Manoj Bhai, you doesn't look that old that you are. Sachin was a close to my heart always. Sachin was a person who always I meet him with a shoulder to shoulder basically. A lot of things. Meenakshi ji, I have never met him, but I came across of her on intellectuality and because author of around 67 judgments of the Supreme Court with Deepak, who's a close friend of mine. Aditya, I know him when he was doing this, his internship with Mr. Krishnamani. During my briefing to him, he was doing internship with Mr. Krishnamani. That is why I know him. Thereafter, the guy I used to call him Raja Sahab, but then unfortunately he was not with us today. We used to meet together. Mr. Tripathi, I never had an occasion to meet him. That is my unfortunate, and he left this. This all departed souls has given us a one lesson to us that we should understand and we should keep forward. And live a life of a lion's heart. They all are very good. They're not only very good, they are marvelous. They are having the heart of, though not of stone, but of a precious stone. These things that we should carry forward. We can understand what is there from the Sachin, what is there from the Sanjeev Das, and from Manoj Bhai. My heart goes to the family. My condolences to the bereaved family. Let the Almighty give them the strength to bear this unwanted loss. So, thank you so much. Thank you both. Thank you for organizing this.
Thank you, Kanwai. We have amongst us Mr. Samir Ahmed, an advocate who's friend and batchmate of Chanakya Vakshipatra. We'd like him to stay with us. We have Amit Saxena, Assistant Secretary, Delhi High Court Bar Station, and also Biraja Bhai. We'll have them in the coming time. Now I would request Mr. Amit Saxena, if he is there, to offer his condolences, please.
Good evening, everyone. Knew some of them, deeply saddened, have played cricket with Sachin Bhai. I'm short of words. Nevertheless, we as one fraternity, as one unit, can only work towards the betterment and what we have lacked in this past month or so. We can only work towards it. I can only hope and pray that we all as a unit should work towards whosoever brother is in need, as has been rightly pointed out by our seniors. Whosoever is in need, let us as a unit work to provide them the best facilities that we can. Jai Shri Jagannath.
Now I will request
We welcome Honorable Justice Sanjeev Panigrai ji is also here, and
I would like, if you are online, sir, then I would like you, my lord, to offer your condolence. Prashant Bhai, have unmute yourself, sir. Yes.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I don't have words to express my condolence for the people who were so dear to me during my practice in Supreme Court, and they have left us untimely. And I express my heartfelt condolence for those people who have departed, all those during the pandemics. And also, I pray God to give strength to their family members whom they have left without, now they have to live without them. May Lord Jagannath give them strength to bear the void of in their life.
Thank you, sir, for your precious time. Thank you. Now I would request Mr. Biraja Mahapatra to offer his condolence. Biraja Bhai.
Thank you, the organizers of Dola. I have already heard Mr. P.K. Rai, Mr. Ashok Panda, Mr. Chetan Sharma, Mr. Kumar Portusi, P.N. Misra, and many others. I see Samram Bhai is also in front of me. I echo the same sentiment. But I'm not naming anyone, those who have lost, those who departed, but they created a vacuum, unfillable vacuum. And I am reminded of two anecdotes. Manoj Das and myself were appearing in Delhi High Court in NBCC matter. And Manali Singhal is one of the petitioners. She told Navin Chawla that I don't want to die early because of want of oxygen. And Manoj Bhai, who was happy, who was on his legs, he smiled. He said, no, your time hasn't come. Your time will come much later. Another episode I am reminded of. In March, we had a meeting of Mahanadi Bachao Andolon, where Sanjit Das, I saw him. He said, I am seeing you after a very long gap. I said, so do I. And his answer was, well, do you think I have come from Devlok and I am going to Devlok? Unfortunately, 2 days later he left. But having said that, I am not saying that let them be happy in heaven. Because I do not know whether that is heaven or not. Heaven is here. And it is constitution which is weeping if somebody is dying for want of oxygen. We are all lawyers, every day we are dealing with constitution. And if somebody dies for want of health care, somebody dies for want of a doctor, somebody dies for want of medicine, then it is constitution which is weeping because we are guaranteed with the fundamental right to live. I say this with a heavy heart because someday I received a telephone call from a judge. His son used to be admitted. I'm advisor to 2 hospitals. I tried my best to get them admitted and no bed was available. God forbid that happens to anybody, any of my friends. It pains me. It brings tears to me. I do not know if any heaven is there. I do not know if it is will of Lord Jagannath. If it is will of Lord Jagannath, I don't want that Jagannath. I don't want to offer my obeisance to that Jagannath. Because Jagannath is never cruel. Jagannath is an edifice of love. He is a manifestation of love. And heaven is, if at all it is there, it is here. When we hug each other, when we love each other, when we kiss each other, that's the moment of gladness. And that's the moment when we love each other. God forbid it comes back again. I pray God, things are over, worst period is over. Today I think oxygen is available. Today I feel beds are available. I pray God that the worst time shouldn't come back, shouldn't repeat. And that's my obeisance. And I feel that all people live well. Yes, let the good time come back. Thank you.
Thank you, Biraja Bhai. You actually let us all felt the similar way that you said. Now we have Samir Ahmad from Hyderabad, who is a friend and batchmate of Bakshi Patra. We would like him to share some of his memories and also the condolences.
Along with that, brother of Mr. Bakshi Patra is also present here.
Samir can offer this.
No, Samir was
Yeah, this is Samir from Hyderabad, practicing in the High Court. And to be honest, I'm not aware of the other 6 people who have demised. And one of the person is Aditya Chanakya Pokshipatro, who is my batchmate. We have done our law from Bhubaneswar. And my association was with Chanakya, has started as a roommate. And from the very inception, Chanakya is such a great person that he was much ahead than all of us when it comes to maturity. He has taught me, being a person of my equal age, he always used to teach me how to be sweet with all of them, and he always insists me not to hurt anyone unnecessarily. And without the background of law, when I was hesitant to take this profession, he is the one who stood with me and he has encouraged me to do law. And he always used to tell me that a day will come when both of us will practice in Supreme Court. But without fulfilling that, my friend has left me alone. And I'm sure that whatever he has taught me and whatever inspiration he has given me, with that inspiration, one day I will strive to reach the place where my friend has wished to be. And this is what I can tell about him. And my deep condolences to all the family members of all the 7 people who have died. Thank you.
We have Mr. Abani Sahu. If in a brief, Abani ji can offer his condolence for this. Hereafter, after some time, we'll actually offer a silence prayer to the departed. Please, Abani bhai. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
विश्व नियंता श्री जगन्नाथंकर अमृत संतान समस्त आत्मस्वरूपी बंधुगण मु समस्त दिवंगत आत्मा पाई ताको निकटरे मोर श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पण करूची। समस्त भाई मान को कोळ मान को मोर कहबार गोटे कथा हला, जन्म और मृत्यु दुई बिंदु को जो करथिवा रेखा नाम हला जीवन। समस्त को जदि आम निज निजर संपर्क मानकर तुलना करवा, किए बाल्य समय आसे कि किशोर समय आसे कि यौवन समय कि कौन समय आए, किंतु जड़े समस्त बंधु जी आपण सांगे सब थाए सी है मृत्यु। जीवन ठारू जो दिन आम जननी जो जन्म हेले शेष पर्यंत आम सांगे जा, जो बंधुगण जो भाई माने आमर जो माने ओडिशार बरपुत्र दिल्ली क्षेत्र में आसी कर्मजीवी जीविका ग्रहण करते जड़े जड़े अधिवक्ता भाव से कहि स्थूल शरीर आज सूक्ष्म शरीर प्रवेश कले सी आम पाखु चली जाना से आम समस्त हृदय वर्तमान सूक्ष्म अवस्था अवस्थान कर सचिन भाई मनोज दास हो संजीव भाई हो मैडम हूँ समस्ते बक्षीपात्र भाई माने समस्ते निजर सुमधुर भाषा कर्तव्य कर्मनिष्ठा एवं मेलापी व्यवहार रे आज समस्त हृदय से रही चली जाए ना बंधुगण से आम पाखे से द्वारा आम अनुप्राणित होगा से कर्ममय जीवन रे समस्त जीवन रू आम समस्त किसी ना कि शिखा आउ समस्त परिवार गण मान मोर हृदय सहित संवेदना ज्ञापन करुछि। प्रभु श्री जगन्नाथ निकट प्रणति मागुची प्रार्थना करुछि समस्त मोर भाई भौणी दिवंगत आत्मा को मोक्ष प्रदान करंतु। जय जगन्नाथ।
We also have, this is the perhaps last speaker on this, Mr. Sanjay Pathak. If he is there, please switch on your camera and offer your condolence, please.
I think Sanjay Pathak has this. Okay,
Yes,
he's here.
Yes, Julius.
Thank you, Gautam. I'm speechless because this loss is not a loss to the bar, but also to a personal loss to me, particularly so far as Manoj is concerned. I know we have contested certain matters opposite each other, and three of them I personally know, and I offer my condolences to their families. Lord Jagannath give strength to them. That is what I can say, because time is testing, we all know. Thank you, Gautam.
Thank you. Dr. B.K. Das, I would like you to take over.
On the occasion of this condolence meeting, I am grateful to all the participants for sharing their feelings in today's meeting. Further, I am thankful to all the participants for coming here and attending this meeting. It is my humble prayer for the departed souls, and also pray before Lord Jagannath for the respective families to bear this irreparable loss. Jai Jagannath.
Now we'll offer 1 minute of silent prayer. We can all sit and offer. धन्यवाद धन्यवाद जय जगन्नाथ
आपको धन्यवाद आपण माने आज जोग देखियो शोक सभारे
आप सभी को धन्यवाद
जय जगन्नाथ
Jai Jagannath.
जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ
गौतम बाबू
भाई
आपन आवर करके कंक्लूजन करके घंटे 2 घंटा 15 मिनट हो गेला.
This shows the people have so much of love for those departed. Thank you very much.
Let's close.
ये मने रहे तो चेतन शर्मा जा कहले जे गेट टुगेदर जगन्नाथ मंदिर रे करे
और आप अपन गेट टुगेदर करो तो हम तो ओडिसा रे अछि आ
अच्छा अच्छा थैंक यू फॉर पार्टिसिपेटिंग यू हैव ऑफर्ड योर कॉन्फिडेंस
नहीं वर्तमान देखो अच्छा कहतली राउत बाबू गौतम दास दास बाबू प्रशांत वर्मा निरंजन दास ठीक रहे है ना
ओके ओके हेलो
साउंड होती
ରାଉତ ବାବୁ ନିଜେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଠି ଛିଡ଼ା ହେଇକି କଣ ମୁଁ ବନ୍ଦ କରିସାରିଲିଣି ଅଲରେଡ଼ି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେମାନେ ବନ୍ଦ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଇଶା